I'm Elaine Shea. I'm the Verge Program Director for GreenBiz. We're a GreenBiz studio with Peter Gleick, who is the president and co-founder of the Pacific Institute. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Peter, you're a scientist, you are a water guru, in my words, but you really are kind of a water expert. So water is a really important topic. Obviously, it's getting worse and worse in terms of the drought in California, which is where we're broadcasting from. However, our audience is all over the world. And so I want to kind of take it generally to our core audience, which is how can businesses think about water? What do they need to do right now that they're not doing?
It's true that water problems are getting worse. We have scarcity, we have climate change affecting water resources, we have conflicts over water, but not everything is getting worse. One of the things that's changed, I think, in recent years is a growing interest, especially on the part of the business community, in dealing with water problems and understanding the use of water by business, the potential to use water more sustainably, sort of in line with the broader conversation I think business has been having about sustainability overall, but also about the role that water plays in the economics for certain companies. I think there's a new conversation going on about sustainable use of water, and it's long past time the business community has been involved in that conversation. They've often been left out, and I think that's a good trend.
So what do they need to do? Like, what's the gap here? Is it with the economics of it? Is that why businesses have kind of been left behind in the conversation, or?
Well, so there are two pieces, maybe. One is those companies for whom water is the business, water management companies, beverage companies, water service companies, and they need to think about their operations in the context of the human right to water, about ecosystem needs for water, things that they haven't perhaps thought about in the past, where the public sector and the private sector overlap. The other piece of this is every company, no matter who they are, ultimately uses water in some fashion or another, somewhere along their supply chain. And in the past, it's been okay to ignore that, perhaps, but now as water scarcity has grown, as interstate conflict over water has grown, as climate change is more of a factor, every company has to think about using water more efficiently in their own operations, about transparency, about reporting, about accountability. The whole CSR, corporate social responsibility field, is now beginning to encompass water. And so in that sense, there's an opportunity for every sector of the business community to start to think about water the way we've been thinking about energy and other resources for some time.
So what's the role of technology in terms of water and the silver bullet that people say, or the silver buckshot? How is technology going to accelerate our ability to actually solve our water problems?
There are plenty of solutions to our water problems, but they're not silver bullet solutions. They're not the single answer solutions that people love to try and find. The solutions to our water problems are technological and infrastructure and financial and economic and institutional, and water's a complicated thing. But without a doubt, technology has a role to play. Smart technology for measuring and monitoring water use, smart technology for treating water. We've often treated water as a centralized treatment systems, but there's a new conversation going on about distributed systems that might be more effective in certain parts of the world or for certain kinds of things. There are new ways of handling data associated with water based on our ability to manipulate data in ways we've not been able to in the past. So I do see a role for technology. Technology's been a little slow in the water space because water's been pretty cheap. There's not necessarily a lot of money to be made easily in water, but I think we're seeing more and more innovation in water technology, and I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Peter.
My pleasure.